Hello and welcome. This is Smart Systems. We're glad you could join us today as we continue our series of informational webinars. If this is your first time with us, here's what you should expect. We start with a brief 10 to 15-minute presentation. We know your time is valuable, so we try to pack as much quality info as we possibly can in a limited amount of time. We then open it up for the live Q&A. We use the built-in chat function for questions. If you have a question, feel free to use the chat at any time during the presentation. Just be aware that we'll start answering questions once the presentation is over. The chat keeps the log of all the questions that are being asked. So if for some reason we don't get to yours during the Q&A, rest assured that we'll reach out directly shortly after the webinar. With a few exceptions, this is a weekly event. We try to hold an online session like this every Wednesday at this time. If you're on our mailing list, you'll get a separate invitation each week. Please note that we are recording this meeting. We're proud to offer you the best service in the industry, and that includes access to recorded versions of these webinars. By Friday, you should be getting a separate email with a link to the recording. Lastly, we always appreciate your feedback. Very shortly after the webinar is done, you'll get yet another email from us with a link to a very brief survey. Just a few clicks will take a minute of your time, but will help us design these events better for you in the future. You can also email us at any time at webinars@smartsystems.com with suggestions or thoughts. Always good to hear from you. With all that said, let's jump right into the main event, which is a continuation of our smart marketing series on the packages that have recently become available in Smart. Last week, we spoke about online reviews, which is one of the components of this package. And today we are doing a deeper dive into Smart social media management with Sam Fiore of our marketing department as our keynote speaker and guest expert. Please welcome Sam.
Hello, all, and welcome in. Thank you, Art, for the introduction. And as Art said, we're really going to get into how to build a bigger digital audience with smart social today. As we know, social media is one of the most powerful tools in your marketing arsenal. You can easily reach out and connect directly with customers on a personal level and at a fraction of a cost of most other marketing channels. Word of mouth has turned into retweets and Facebook likes and shares, except they're faster and more effective. In fact, in 2020, over 3.6 billion people worldwide were using social media, with that number projected to increase to nearly 4.41 billion by 2025. Curating a large audience can benefit you and your business even beyond the constraints of a specific platform. In fact, social sharing sites can help boost SEO and drive traffic directly to your website. So, the first thing we're going to get into is maintaining a content strategy. So, the quickest way to lose social media fans is blatantly selling to them. People connect on social media because they expect something other than advertisements. This means when posting, your business should be posting information, entertainment, suggested resources, and things your audience can just truly connect to. So with Smart, an example up here is we like to do that in a few different types of ways. So first, we like to do Fun Fact Friday. You know, it gets people intrigued, it gets people giggling, and it gets people just interacting with your page. Another thing we like to do is Tip Tuesday, where we give people attainable real life tips where they can use. So next time they use it in real life, they can be like, oh, hey, so I saw it on Smart's Instagram page. You should check them out. So again, uh, really building your brand even outside of the website or even outside of online. And then finally, we like to do some entertainment, some funny meme posts. I mean, who can't relate to when you've been doing laundry all day, but the pile keeps growing? I think anyone can. So we just really want to get people intrigued and interested in what you have to say and what you're putting out. Now, the key to maintaining a content strategy is a content calendar. Content calendars are a great way to make sure you're providing a variety of content consistently. And with Smart Social Media Package, we actually offer two types of calendar views. So, first, we have the traditional calendar view where you can see day to day. You're able to drag the content over to your calendar, very traditional. Then, what's really cool is we also offer a grid view. So you're able to see how your social media is going to play out in the future. So you can see if, you don't want two quotes next to each other, you can make sure those two quotes won't be next to each other on the page. With that, you're also able to see it in desktop or mobile version. And of course, Smart offers a social media management service where we would create the content for you, put it in your content library, and upload it to the calendar. From there, you'll have the ability to log onto the platform and take away things you don't like, tweak things you don't like. Um, don't tweak anything if you like it, or add your own content. If you're like, oh, Saturday, I want a post, you're also able to do that. Another way to build a bigger online presence is to follow relevant accounts. Just like any healthy relationship, there has to be give and take. Meaning, you'll gain followers if you're a follower yourself. Think of it kind of like online networking. Think of who is posting great content, who is influencing in your industry, who is posting resources that you think you can use. Luckily enough, Smart's tools make that super easy for you. So you're able to go on and receive content recommendations where you add a term. So here it's dry cleaning. And then from there, all articles, information, and anything pertinent to dry cleaning will pop up here. And so from that, you're able to see who's writing the articles, who's getting involved in the articles, who, the people who wrote the article, who are they following? Who are they mentioning? Who are they reaching out to? It gives you a really good place to build your brand off of and a really good stepping stone to continually build that network. Another way to follow relevant accounts with Smart is using our community page. So for us personally, we can see that males between the ages of 25 and 34 years old in computer software tend to gravitate to our posts. So when we make posts and we follow other people and we look for relevant content, it makes it easier because now you know who your audience is, who people are interacting with you is, who people want, who are the people that want to see your content, and that makes it easier. So when you're following those people, you're following people that are relevant to you. The third way we're going to talk about when it comes to building a bigger audience is engaging with your audience in general. So, from our previous slide, we know who to follow and we know who to engage with, but how do we engage now? And Smart can help you with that. So, with our social inbox on our app, any linked accounts that you have to the app, you'll be able to see your inbox in one place. So, no more logging on to Facebook to answer one message and Instagram to answer another and Twitter to answer another. It's all here. You're also able to assign messages to other people, see how long ago the message was posted, and plenty of other things. Therefore, you never skip a beat. You're never going to have a customer that's like, yeah, I commented on your Instagram post a month ago about, you could see here, shoot, I missed this. I need to bring my comforter in. How much do you charge? No more missing that. You can immediately get back to them, really bringing in those clients, bringing in those customers, and building those relationships. Another way you're able to engage with your audience through Smart is you're able to see who is mentioning you, what conversations are you currently involved in. So as you can see here, TSC Wet Clean mentioned us before the clean show, And so instead of having to log on to Instagram and Facebook and make sure we answered from 3 different places, we were just able to comment and like from one page. Another really great thing about this is you don't have to go searching for the statistics and analytics. You have them right there next to where you're already working. So there's no question of, oh, again, am I doing this enough? Am I liking enough? Am I sharing enough? You have it right there. The final way we're going to talk about today is using targeted hashtags. Hashtags can be a great way for new followers to discover you, but it's important to make sure your hashtags are targeted so they're actually working in your favor. You know, for example, a hashtag like love will be inundated with, 5 billion posts that say hashtag love. But if you do hashtag love dry cleaning, then 3 billion of those posts go away because not everybody's hashtagging hashtag love dry cleaning. And a smart tool that can help you actually use more targeted hashtags is our hashtag tool. So on your dashboard, you'll have access to the most used hashtags, most viewed hashtags, and most engaged hashtags. So with the engaged hashtags, that means the people that are clicking on your hashtag, looking through, overall just interacting with it. Viewed is how many times that hashtag has popped up in someone's feed or people's feed. And then used, of course, is how many times you guys personally used the hashtag. And then in addition to that, you're also able to see the number of hashtags per post, that analytics. So you're able to see most used hashtag quantity, most viewed hashtag quantity, and most engaged hashtag quantity, which is really interesting because something that I would like to point out here is so you can see that we've used 3 to 5 hashtags. That's the most used. But if you go over to our most engaged hashtag quantity, you can see that 6 to 10 hashtags were most engaged. So going on in the future, we know that people are engaging with more hashtags. So from now on, we'll be using 6 to 10 hashtags as opposed to 3 to 5. And of course, social media alone is not going to be your whole entire marketing department. So we offer multiple packages to support you and your digital marketing journey. So, as Art said, thank you before. Next week, we will be talking more about the trigger based marketing. With that, you're able to send monthly emails and text message campaigns directly to customers based on their specific action. Smart reviews, which we talked about last week, where our review platform streamlines all your reviews from multiple platforms in one place. And then you have smart social, which of course is what we just talked about today. And it's really great because if you pick two, you're able to receive 5% off. Or if you pick three, you'll have access to an in house marketer and 10% off the entire price. So, if anything here interests you today, please give us a call at 919-849-5500 or shoot us an email at marketing@smartsystems.com. Open the floor with any questions.
Thank you, Sam. While we're waiting for questions to pop up in the chat, if you have any, you are welcome to use the chat at this time. And just to reiterate what Sam was saying, these 3 parts of the marketing package are really designed to work in tandem, and you get the best value for them if you're using all three. And of course, they're meant to um, accomplish slightly different goals. Like, well, reviews are essentially your digital storefront, and trigger-based marketing, which we'll talk about next week, is communicating with your customers, and of course, social media management, which is what Sam just covered, is building relationships, making sure that you are effectively dealing with customers who you already have as well as the future ones. If you missed last week's webinar on smart reviews, it is now part of our YouTube channel. If you haven't been to our YouTube channel, check it out and subscribe. You'll get notifications as new content gets added, including a recording of this webinar. Um,